talking about the Tokugawa Shogunate and the role of the samurai economically, politically, and socially, and the significance of the samurai sword. So the samurai were the most powerful military class in feudal Japan, and they started off as warriors before coming into power in the 12th century. Being a samurai meant that you were the lord of your land, a title which was given to you by your daimyo or your master. Samurai backed up the authority of the shogun and gave him the power of the emperor. So samurai were very, very powerful in Japan and very, very well respected. The samurai code of honor, known as the Bushido, was also used as basic conduct for Japanese society, highlighting the true power of a Japanese samurai. After Tokugawa Ieyasu asserted his domination over other daimyo, and in 1603 established a new regime known as the Tokugawa Shogunate, it gave Japan more political unity than it ever had. The peace of the Tokugawa Shogunate made the samurai better educated and more receptive to the elite, as well as becoming customers who had a taste for silk, fans, books, and porcelain. The samurai made up 10% of the population during the Tokugawa Shogunate and had a very bold and dynamic political voice. Most samurai during this time were learned according to the principles of Confucianism, which became a dominant religion. During this period, during the Tokugawa period, many samurai were also forced to become bureaucrats or take up some type of trade, even as they protected their image as fighting men. During the Tokugawa Shogunate, the political system was called the Bakuhan system, which the shogunate have power all across Japan. So the political system, because it wasn't a federal system or a hierarchy with two levels of government that were independently existed, the samurai's political role was to collect taxes, mainly with agriculture, to maintain civil order, control the cities, and to defend land, and to limit and to watch over commerce. The economy during the Tokugawa Shogunate relied heavily on agricultural produce, with primary crops being rice, oil, sugar, cane, and tobacco. During the time samurais were serving the Bafuku, were able to maintain a steady income or a steady wage, but samurai serving their daimyo lord were worse off, for daimyo lords would sometimes borrow money from the samurai's salary. On the other hand, low-level samurai couldn't make do with bakufu's salary and had to rely on second-hand jobs. The process of becoming a samurai in society started at a very young age, so children would first receive their samurai clothing and swords by the age of 5 and would keep practicing and learning until the age of 16, where groups were dissolved and individual instruction began. So instruction to become a samurai lasted until age 22, and even as children, the samurai were molded into what the lord wanted them to be. On the social hierarchy, the samurai were under the emperor, shogun, and the daimyo, but the samurai were seen as pawns of the daimyo and the shogun. So the samurai, although they were the third lowest class, they still had a lot of power and influence in society and influenced the political, economic, and social growth of the period of the Tokugawa Shogunate. The samurai class were honored members of society who had a great amount of power. And there were two types of samurai, the higher class and the lower class, and obviously the higher class received more benefits than the lower class did. A samurai and his sword. So a lot of stories are told about the importance of the samurai and the samurai's sword. So every samurai was recognized by the sword they carried, and their unique sword was seen as a status symbol in society. The sword is a symbol of one's status as a warrior and his obedience to the code of Bushido, and his loyalty to his master. Receiving a sword from a master or an ally was seen as very honorable in society. Receiving a sword or as I just mentioned, from an ally or a master was seen as winning a trophy at a competition. So something very prestigious and something a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that really showed that you were a samurai or a very, very high-position member in Japanese society. Thank you, and I hope you learned more about the samurai.